My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
This episode is brought to you by PetSmart. Stop by for Yappy Hour with your pet at PetSmart. Save $5 on walk-in grooming services like nail trims, ear cleaning, brushing, and more. No appointment needed every weekday from 2 to 6 p.m. And while you're there, Yappy Hour includes exclusive in-store deals, like 25% off pet toys. Visit services.petsmart.com/grooming to learn more.
Out here, there's no one way of doing things. No unwritten rules, and no shortage of adventure. Because out here, the only requirement is having fun. Bank of America invites kids 6 to 18 to golf with us. For a limited time, sign them up for a free one-year membership, giving them access to discounted tee times at thousands of courses. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/golf with us. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Restrictions apply. See BofA.com/golf with us for complete details. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
Summer's here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get a chicken parmesan delivered. A cabana? That's a no. But a banana? That's a yes. A nice tan? Sorry, nope. But a box fan? Happily, yes. A day of sunshine? No. A box of fine wines? Yes. Uber Eats can definitely get you that. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Drink it in, man.
Cornbread! Cornbread! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Drink it in, man.
Cornbread! Cornbread! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Drink it in, man. Drink it in, man.
Detroit Koolaid. Detroit Koolaid drinkers. What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Eric Hooker. You know what it is, right here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast, serving up that delicious Honolulu blue flavored Kool-Aid. Say it 3 times fast, everybody.
Drink it in, drink it in, man.
And you know what goes good with Kool-Aid? A double-sided cornbread.
Cornbread! Cornbread!
I'm feeling good today, if you couldn't tell. We've had some good shows, some fun shows. The draft is gone. I'm in the midst of some fantasy football rookie drafts and all types of other goodness. Life is good, feeling blessed, grateful, all those things. And today, we're here to talk about those Lions. Everything Detroit Lions. Kool-Aid, optimism, rumor, innuendo, gimmicks, takes, opinions. You know what it is. And there's only one guy, the co-host. He's doing solo shows now. He's hashtagging everything. It's the one and only at Chops in the D on the Twitterverse, the X scene, Choppy Chop. How you doing, buddy?
Host of the show, Derek Oker. We know why you're feeling good, because it's fantasy football rookie draft time, and you are all over that and on the RSO. I'm sure you got some Sleeper, you got some ESPN, you got some Yahoo, you got some other boola boola like startup leagues that like steal your money and then never pay you out. But look, that's why we know you're all happy, because the real draft is over. The fantasy football season is upon us. You're raking in the rookies there in the RFL on the old Reality Sports Online. So we know why you're happy, but also these Lions. Lots of good news, lots good to talk about. We don't have time to mess around. We need to get into this.
We got to get into it. This is the DKC, the Detroit Koolaid Cast flagship. Drops on the Wednesday, Mondays, and Fridays. Some of those delicious Kool-Aid packets. So be on the lookout. But Choppy Chop, I feel like everybody and their brother has done this topic, this bit, this like thing about like, oh, who's the best players under 25? Let's look at who the line like. It's been done. So what I want to do is not go over that same list, the same boring things. We pretty much know the players that were on the list. What I want to know is some of those have been paid. Some of those have not been paid. Some of those are cornerstones of this team. Others, TBD, if you ask me. But we'll see. I hope they pay well. We'll see if we pay them well. If they, all that. Like, let's just get into a couple of the people that are still out there. And I heard that Sam Laporta made the list. You know who he is, right? Sammy Biscuits. You know, there's people that are like big fans of him. Do you remember what they call those chops? I'm curious.
Oh, yeah. All the people that love to follow Sam Laporta, Sammy Biscuits, as you've dubbed him. We call them the Laporta supporters here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast.
Exactly. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like, Chops, where are you at on Sammy Biscuits? He hasn't been paid. He's a top 20 under 25 player. He's very productive. He has a horrible mustache. He's a great dude. Is he part of this Lions culture, this team long term? Yes, he's under 25. Yes, he's on this list. Is he on your list? Are you keeping him? Or is this a place, hey, it's a tight end, I can find another guy? Or, I'm sorry, I can't pay you like George Kittle. Like, where you at with Mr. Biscuits? Are you a supporter or not?
Well, I'm a Laporta supporter. But, I mean, people talking about him not getting paid yet. Like, it's not time to be like extending him yet. Like, the names of people that need to be getting extended are the ones that are getting done. Kerbo, and then of course you got Hutch, you got JMO getting his 5-year or getting his 5th-year option picked up. Like, we still got a year to
Chops,
mess around.
Let me just say, I'll let you continue, but I understand.
Yeah, I understand. I got it in my head, dude.
Just saying.
Oh, man, We're 5 minutes into the show, and Beetlejuice is already interrupting me, man. I got to slap that guy around, man. Let me finish my take before I get going here.
Hold on.
But if you want to ask me...
I would not slap Beetlejuice around.
It can't handle me. They ain't tough enough.
He'll put you down to your knees, buddy.
I'll put him down to his knees, buddy.
Just saying again.
I set you up for that one just right. You set it on the tee, you knocked it out of the park. You were a little slow on the draw there, but Beetlejuice needs to get his takes a little quicker out to the people. But look, you want to ask me if Sammy Biscuits, the Laporta supporters, want to see a big buco buck contract extension for a tight end? Meh. I don't know. I don't really love paying tight ends like whatever it is, $21 million when we can go turn around and draft his replacement. So there's been a lot of nice piece tight ends that have come out in the last couple of drafts. I mean, I like Sammy Biscuits. I think he's I think he's definitely statistically the top tight end from that class in 2023. But look, if he comes out and he wants a bunch of money, obviously we're gonna have to make some decisions. So you tell me he wants to be the highest paid tight end, I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna draft his replacement and maybe give him his a little extension here or there, see how the 5th or 4th year goes. But I don't know, man. Like, I just don't see how we're going to be able to pay Penny, Brian Branch, Jameer Gibbs, and we already paid Kerbo. So that's a lot of money to go around. And don't forget about Hutch.
Yeah, it's so crazy to read those off. I mean, that's basically the whole bit right there. But I guess the main point, without going through each guy one by one, is what are some of our parameters? Is it just positions you think you can replace? Is it impact on the team? Is it, elite ability that you're going to pay versus, he's good, but he ain't that great, or he's I mean, it's all these things you got to sort of think about, because everybody kind of admits you can't keep everyone, but I guess in the same way, it's like, but yeah, how are we going to make these decisions? Because I don't want to lose any of the people you mentioned, but I pretty much know I'm going to.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at his stats for the last few years, and I mean, he's finished the season as our number 2 or number 3 receiver in yards behind Amon-Ra, which I still can't, quite get it yet. There, maybe the stash and the ATL can help me out, but he's been finishing top 2, top 3. I mean, JMO had a breakout year last year, even though it's supposed to be JMO season this year, but eventually somebody's going to have to not get paid. And I could see Sammy Biscuits being one of those guys. I know they love his mentality. I know he's an Iowa boy. He loves to block. He loves to hurt people. I get it. But eventually, someone's going to have to be we got to move on from him. And then that's when you really start getting to tough decisions, Oakley. After year 3, do you trade a guy? Do you trade a guy in the draft because you aren't going to be able to sign him and try to get some assets for it? Or do you keep running these guys back, let them play out to their contract year 4 or 5 if they're a first rounder, and try to win the Super Bowl with them? Brad Holmes has got some tough decisions to make here in the next 2 seasons.
So rapid fire in the decisions. Kind of a no on Laporta. How about JMO?
Oh, damn, man, that's a really hard one. I think for me, that decision gets made this year. If JMO comes out and he is battling Amon-Ra with stats, with reliability, with no drama, able to play a full season, no stupid suspensions, no excessive celebrations, just goes out there, gets the job done, puts up the stats that we want to see, then I'm looking to extend him. If he comes out and he's kind of muddling around and oh, well, he did this and now he's suspended 2 games, at some point I just kind of go, okay, JMO, I think it's time to go.
All right. What about, how should I put this? How should I tee this up for you? How about my boy, Brian Branch? I mean, you paying my boy or not? Are you gonna?
I'm paying Brian Branch. I am paying him, and I am letting him and Kerbo be the best safety duo in the NFL. The highest paid combo packet that you got, Kerbo, the BB and Kerbo, and we're just running it back. The 2 top paid safeties. But by the way, by that time, Kerbo will probably be 6th or 7th on the list because you know how the NFL goes with its funny money. But yeah, I'm absolutely paying Brian Branch buco bucks.
I think we both know, and everybody knows, that you have to unleash the paycheck, the checkbook when it comes to Hutch.
Unleash Hutch.
That's a no-brainer. The sooner that gets done, the better. I mean, who else might? Oh, yeah. So what about the multi-dimensional, positionless? Wait for it. I won't make you wait that long. Maybe I will.
Oh, I stole it from you.
Maybe I'll insert an ad here.
Detroit Koolaid listeners, hey, it's your boy at Chops in the D, and I got a question for you. Do you want to make your own podcast? If you do, Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easy, and then you can distribute it anywhere, anytime, and even make some money on it. All one place, and guess what? It's free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or your computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else that podcasts are heard. There's video options for podcasts as well available on Spotify. And listen, if you want to take your podcast to the next level beyond that, you can start a conversation with your fans with a Q&A poll that's available as well. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it is totally free. No catches, no gimmicks, free. I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started today. Woo! Way!
Maybe not.
Elite! USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks, or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Visit USAA.com/bundle.
Bundle savings are off total premium, not available in all states or in all situations. To qualify, auto policy must be active prior to property policy issue, subject to change. Restrictions apply. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. The NBA playoffs are here, and Michelob Ultra is getting you closer to the game than ever with courtside seats and more. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access Courtside 2024 to 2025 sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 or older. Ends on July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/superior access/courtside for free entry deadlines and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
Vitamin Water Zero Sugar has great taste, zero BS, and obviously zero sugar. For those with zero room in their calendar, zero patience for slow walkers, those who get 0 hours of sleep on a Saturday night, have zero filter, zero given, and zero interest in grabbing a plain, boring water. Grab a delicious Vitamin Water Zero Sugar today.
At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, get deals so right, it almost feels wrong. Now's the best time to get that Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty and 3 years or 36,000 miles of limited complimentary maintenance. Don't think you can get away with all that? Think again. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. It's a great day for a new Hyundai.
Whether your business has 6 floors or 6 employees, Walmart Business has everything you need to save time, money, and hassle. You can restock your break room with bulk ordering or bulk up your ordering team with shared payments. And you can get it all delivered straight to your business's door, whether that's on Wall Street or Main Street. Walmart Business. It's the Walmart you love, now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com.
It's weapon. Jimmy, like, he's a running back. He's dynamic. He's incredible. Like, how much money are these people going to get? And, like, why do quarterbacks continue to get more and more and more regardless of who they are? Like, did Brock Purdy really deserve 55? No. So when's it going to stop at other positions? Because I want to pay Jahmyr Gibbs everything and anything he wants. But, gosh, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, that's a really hard one because, again, we went through this lull where running backs just didn't get paid. And now it's starting to bounce back a little bit. You know, you saw the Eagles reward Saquon with a big payday after the Super Bowl. So I am in camp, pay Jahmyr Gibbs, but it may be at the expense of Demo, your boy, Demo, right? It's Demo? Is that how you say it?
I mean, we know we can't agree on this show, so if you're asking me and telling me it's Demo, then I'm going to say, of course, it's D-Money. Something like that. But, like, he's already been paid. This is my thing. Like, Chops, you mentioned earlier, before we hit the red record button, you wanted to bring up a linebacker that now wants to get paid. Like, we just paid Demo. He's here for 3 more years. We'll see how he plays. We love the player. Faux show, another SCO. But, like, in 2 years, if he doesn't, like, play incredible and you can get out of that contract, we'll probably let him go, so I'm open to that. But what about this guy named Anzo at linebacker that wants another payday? Where are you at with all this?
I think the person that you're referring to is not Anzo, it's Fabio.
Oh,
it's the blonde locks. It's the flow, the Fabio flow. I am probably not in the same camp as everybody here, or as everybody. I think people like he's 31. I am in camp. Extend Anzalone and pay him because when he was out at the end of the season, it was noticeable. And right now, he's been a bargain at $7 million. Dude, he's like he's not even top 15 paid linebackers right now, and he's still putting up the numbers. He's there. I know he was kind of like a TBD, if you ask me. We'll wait and see when we brought him here, but I feel like he's produced. He's performed. He's a leader in the clubhouse. I'm on team pay Fabio.
So here's my quick take on that. So when they signed him for 3 years, 18 plus, I was like, why? Why so much? Why 3 years? And now those years have basically flown by. Absolute bargain, double coupon type contract, especially with the way these guys are paying middle linebackers that haven't done anything, like 15 plus, just because you show up for work, I guess, nowadays. But, I mean, I guess, but we have people behind him that are young and hungry. He's been here. He's done a great job. Like, you know, are we getting to gold watch situation? Are we getting towards replacing him with a AI machine named Reward? Like, it might be about that time. So he's doing his power play, trying to get the Bucco Bucks for another couple years. And it's like, yeah, do you pay it, or do you know that you'd rather move on a year too early than 2 years too late? And we're right in that window of winning, so I think you're kind of in the mold of like needing to keep him here for culture and pay for production and all that. But you know, if Brad always up for business, Holmes and Dan freaking Campbell want to get crazy, like, this might be the kind of player to say, like, we appreciate all you've done, but, and just see if you can move on with grace and with dignity.
I'm going to give you a hashtag market right now when it comes to Alex Anzalone. So people, if you turn the dial down, this is the part where you turn it up. You listen to say hashtag what Shoppy said. Alex Anzalone is going to get a deal. It's going to pizzay him for this year and next year, and there's going to be like a dead cap hit for year 3 at his age 33, 34 year. So he'll be here in Detroit this year. He'll be in Detroit here next year. And at that point, I think we'll have won the Super Bowl, maybe 2, and it'll be time to just let him go off. And we'll be figuring out what we're doing with Jack Campbell and Derek Barnes. And I mean, what? Your boy, Rodrigo. That was the live version.
I'm so like dialed into what you're saying in this whole market that I think I just need a sound drop after you say market. Chop, just calling it out, giving details, saying exactly how it's going to go down, like he's Karnak or something. I mean, that's incredible. And then, of course, you went to the manual Rodrigo, so, of course, I got to go to the drop.
Rodrigo!
That was the drop, everybody, not the live Oakley version. I mean, I'm with you with what you say. I just think, like, eventually we're talking about hard decisions. Like, this seems like a one that Anzalone thinks he's got him over a barrel, but if you're going to start cutting bait, I'd rather cut bait on the 32-year-old linebacker or whatever than I would some of these young cats that we're talking about moving on from just because they don't play a great position or you're unsure, or maybe it's like, I don't know.
I think that he's too big of a piece in this Super Bowl window. Like, you got to pay him. I understand he's playing the game right now. Like, he knows what he's got to do. He knows he's underpaid. He sees all these other guys getting pizzade. He knows that Brad Holmes took a chance on him. So I think there's going to be some, I don't want to say hometown discount, but I don't think he's going to try to put him over the fire, because honestly, he does strike me as the type of guy that wants to get paid, but he also wants to win. So he understands that, like, there's going to have to be some concessions here. And by the way, he also knows that Brad, always open for business, Holmes still has $42 million to play with this year. So he's going to be like, hey, Brad, why don't you kick me about 8 of that? Okay, thanks.
You keep saying this 42 mil. Is that a legit number? Because that does not seem right, that there's just 42 sitting there. Is that legitimate numbers? I mean, no, you're Mr.
Top
Stats.
51. But... No, that's why you think I just make this. You think I just go, well, hey, let me see if I can trick the people. No, man, I'm looking at the whole salary cap. I'm looking at my, you think the Google Doc that we have for the draft is extensive? I have the Lions player by player, cap space by cap space breakdown that I've done all the analytics on. Brad, always open for business Holmes, probably should offer me a job because I'm like the cap master. $42.5 million in top 51 cap space. Shout out Spot Track.
Oh, you ruined my bit. I was going to say, you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like boo, because it sounds like when we say that we watch tape, highlights, that sounds like, hey, the choppy spread, you got it all broken down, threw it into Spot Track, Google machine. That's what that sounds like. But I just don't get it because, one, why are we not spending this money? Two, like, how do we still have so much left now that the draft is over, free agency is over? There's not going to be many vets, and if they are, you pay them in the clearance bin with whatever changes in your back pocket type of thing. So it's like, I don't know what he's doing other than like what we talked about in the first segment, which is take some of that 42, get more of these people taken care of. And how do you take care of people in the NFL now without paying them top dollar, buco bucks, multi 5-year, $100 million? Is that even possible anymore? Can you actually pay a guy like 3 years, anywhere 10 or under, and actually get a player? I don't even know if that's possible.
Well, it's all funny money, and again, it's
not.
It is.
Every cent matters, and it's real. You think it's made up.
It's you stretch out this dead cap. You know how they do. They do a dead cap number at like 3 years down the road, and then they restructure it, and then the cap goes up, $40 million, and it's like, okay, like what was that, $10 million again? Like, again, I don't want to say it's like not a big deal, but like right now, again, we're sitting with that cap space, which we're saving for Trey Hendrickson, by the way, and like you still have to sign. This kind of is another topic that's been a hot topic, like the rookies signing their deals. You still have to sign your first and second round draft picks, so that's going to be a little bit of cash off the top, but not a ton considering how late we were picking. But yeah, he's got money to play with, man. He's got money to, again, Anzalone making $7 million a year this year. You toss him a $5 million bone on top of that, say give him $12 million for this year's, all in a signing bonus type thing. You get the deferred cap situation going, and like you just roll on.
Let's say this. Let's throw this out, take our break, and then we'll come back. We got a few more hot topics. We'll keep this show timely for the people. But let's both acknowledge that if your quarterback wasn't making $53 million plus, maybe let's say, I don't know, like the Oker proposal where he made like 45, 48, 40, gave us a great discount. Hey, we could keep all these playmakers and pay our defense and actually have why couldn't your boy do that for us? I mean, we already put up with his wobbly spirals and killing us in a playoff game. He couldn't help a brother out with a little $10 million get out of jail free card per year. That would have been nice.
Once again, I don't know where you're pulling these numbers out, but his cap hit this year is 32. It's 32 million. It's not 50 something. It's 32. And next year it goes up to 69 million, which he'll restructure, do some kind of bonus payout, and get it back down to reasonable 50. And again,
he ain't taking any more discounts with kids on the way.
Brock freaking Purdy just made the same amount of money as Jared Goff. Okay, that's what's happening right now. This is the world that we live in. Quarterbacks get paid. All right, so if Brock Purdy is getting the same amount of money, actually more guaranteed money than Jared Goff, then that tells you all you need to know about the quarterback market.
All right, we'll see. There's a little Goff coming along. The last time I checked, you and every other person I know in my life, the minute that happens, you ain't getting any more discounts, free gifts, hang out at the bar. I'll take the tab. He's gonna be squeezing for every penny that he wants now because he's got a child or two. I'm just putting that out there. But some of these people now have to make sacrifices. Like, there's no way we can pay BB the top safety money and then pay Jack Campbell top linebacker money and then give Hutch's, like, it just can't happen. Like, somebody's not only got to make concessions, we got to sort of like not like get creative, but I do think it matters because if you pay your quarterback a ton, you lose out on all these other guys. You pay him a little bit, you can pay all these other guys, but you can't do both. So
need I bring up the fact that you were ready to start Hendon Hooker in year 2 and not pay Goff? So like, where would we be if that was going on?
I mean, we don't know. It's still TBD if you ask me. We're not going to see, but
yeah, you won't see because
I think he would play well.
We had to bring in Teddy Biscuits to back up last year.
No, it's not Teddy. We transferred the nickname to Sammy Laporta. Yeah. We all know that. All right, let's do this fun segment. We knew we'd only get to 2 or 3 things. We not wasted. We entertained for 20, 25 minutes. Let's get a few more of our great sponsors in here. I love that I can put sponsors in the Jahmyr Gibbs gimmick. I can put them, usually before, during, and after every time Chops talks. But let's take the break, come back, and we'll do more Lions topics, more gimmickatry, more entertainment, and more Kool-Aid and cornbread for the people. Everybody, we'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Loom by Atlassian. Are you feeling stuck at work? Get your team unstuck with Loom video messaging and move work forward. Use Loom to simultaneously record both your screen and yourself to share a quick update, provide feedback, train a colleague, and everything in between. Plus, add Loom AI to your meetings for instant written notes and recordings. Try Loom today at Loom.com. That's LOOM.com.
This episode is brought to you by GMC. When you have 4 new tires, every drive feels fresh. Right now, buy 3 select tires and get 1 for just $1 during the GMC Certified Service Fresh Start Tire Event. Visit gmc.com/service offers or see dealer for full details. At participating U.S. GM dealers only, highest or equal value tire will be $1. Offer ends 5/31/2025. Not available with other offers.
Jif peanut butter. It's that jiffing good, it doesn't really need advertising. So instead, enjoy the calming sounds of the ocean. Jif. Ooh, it's that jiffing good. Get your Jif at Jif.com.
PMS, pregnancy, menopause. Being a woman is a lot. Ollie supports you and yours with expert solutions for every age and life stage. They just launched 2 new products exclusively at Walmart. Period Hero combats bloat, mood swings, and more during PMS. And Balance Perimeno to support hormonal balance, mood, and metabolism during perimenopause. Grab yours at Ollie.com. Ollie! These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated.
Demonic threat level increasing.
Hold the line!
All the power of hell cowering before one man.
id Software presents Doom, The Dark Ages. Available now on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC.
Rated M for mature.
All right, everybody. This goes out to my fantasy football fans out there. Now, you probably heard about Reality Sports Online, the most powerful fantasy sports platform where owners can build and manage their fantasy team like a real NFL general manager. But the question is, have you tried it? I mean, we're talking free agency, multi-year contracts, rookie drafts, multi-team trades. You can put franchise tags on guys. It's as close as you're going to get to being an NFL GM. But do you think it sounds complicated? It's not. I'm here to tell you it's the best thing about Reality Sports Online is it's just more fun than your normal fantasy league, but it doesn't take barely any more time. After all this, are you still not sure? I mean, come on now. You can test your general manager skills by going over to Reality Sports Online, call it RSO. Please go check out realitysportsonline.com right now.
Hello, Nigel here. I couldn't help noticing that you're still awake. Now, I'm an owl. I'm supposed to be up at night, but you need your sleep. So if it's your allergy symptoms that are keeping you up, here's a word to the wise. Try Zysol. You see, Zysol works fast to relieve sneezing, runny nose, itchy watery eyes, and itchy nose and throat. And it keeps going strong for 24 hours, so you can get your sleep and wake up refreshed and ready for a productive day ahead. Be wise, all. Take Zysol at night. Use as directed. Starts working in 45 minutes.
Grandpa's here!
Hank's always helping out. Grandpa style. Now he's treating his prostate cancer with help from Xtandi enzalutamide. Xtandi 40 milligram tablets treats men with prostate cancer that has spread to other parts of the body and responds to a medical or surgical treatment to lower testosterone. Xtandi may cause serious side effects: seizure, a brain condition called PRESS, allergic reactions, heart disease that can lead to death, falls and bone fractures, swallowing problems, or choking that can lead to death. Stop Xtandi and get medical help at once if your face, tongue, lip, or throat start swelling. Tell your doctor at once if you faint, have a seizure, quickly worsening headache, decreased alertness, confusion, vision problems, chest pain or discomfort, or shortness of breath. Xtandi can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during and 3 months after Xtandi. Common side effects include muscle and joint pain, feeling unusually tired, hot flashes, constipation, less appetite, diarrhea, high blood pressure, bleeding, falls, fractures, and headache. Talk to your doctor and visit Xtandi.com.
Are we still on the trail? Is this pack getting heavier? More switchbacks? Why am I doing this?
At REI Co-op, we believe there are places within ourselves.
Just a little further. You got this.
That we find only outside.
Wow. Look at the stars. This is incredible.
We have the gear, inspiration, and advice to help you get there. REI Co-op. Visit rei.com.
Parents of tweens, if you're familiar with far-off drop-offs...
Dad, stop, right here.
Or get DMs about what's for dinner, you may be experiencing tween milestones. For your son or daughter, these can start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination. Brought to you by Merck.
We off? 30 seconds of carefree bliss. Oof, like wind in your hair carefree. Oh, like using Clorox disinfecting all-purpose cleaner in the home carefree. Yes! Like dog slobbing on the coffee table and cleaning it with Clorox carefree. He's on a roll now. Spit toothpaste on the faucet. You got it. You got it. Peanut butter on the light switch. Oh, spritz, spritz. Spritz, spritz. Clorox, man. Clean feels good. Okay, we're back. Use as directed.
Kool-Aid drinkers are back. Thank you so much for checking out the show, sharing the show, repping the show, tweeting out the show, or what do they call it now? Posting the show. Please do us a favor, and we know that almost everybody has an iPhone, everybody listens on Apple Podcasts. If you could do us a big favor and even just go over to the old Spotify app and find the show and hit the old, subscribe, the follow, the download, whatever you got to do, that really helps us out. Our platform kind of totally flipped, and they're all about the Spotify plays, downloads, all this craziness. So we're trying to help them out so they can help us out, and you guys always help us out. We're always thankful for the people.
And the people consist of the millions.
So Choppy Chop, we got into some topics. We had some fun. I think I did shout outs recently where I told all these great people that bought up my Lions tickets. I should give a bunch of shouts to all the great people in our fantasy leagues that are just good dudes, no ball, fun, quality people. Maybe call out some of the Rudy Poos too that are in there that always drive me nuts. I mean, you know, there's those jabrones out there too.
Did this big jabroni say?
I say that a bunch throughout the show, but Chop, like, unless you got some shouts or want to, pump up some people, like, we got a few more Lions topics, and we'll keep it pretty timely, have some fun, and then get up out of here for this week.
Yeah, the best part is we always talk about how we're going to keep it short, we're going to keep it tight, like we're going to stick to 5-6 topics. The next thing you know, it goes off the rails. We're thanking everybody. We're shaking hands. We're kissing babies. We're doing all this stuff. Like, we invite a guest in. We're hitting like whatever 50, 60, hour 20. Like, it just gets crazy. But I did want to take the opportunity to, like you said, like just to thank the millions and millions. We've been working our butts off trying to put three episodes a week out there, hitting you with the flagship show on Wednesdays, and then dropping those Kool-Aid packets on Mondays and Fridays. Obviously, the host, Derek Oakery, has been putting in a little bit more work than, your slacker, Choppy Chop. But look, the people, we appreciate the follows, the subscribes, all that fun stuff. Like, hit the show, share it. Again, this new format that we've got, the creator on Spotify content, creators content. So it actually really does help us when you listen to Spotify. So, make the move, switch it over, check us out on Spotify. Rumor Innuendo, we may be looking at some YouTube action. There might be more things in the works for the Kool-Aid Cast, but we're just going to keep serving up Kool-Aid. We're going to be giving you gimmicks. We're going to be having a good time. We're not the regular old show. We're not boring. We're not going to put you to sleep. We're not going to sound like a bunch of nerds, even though I can't really sound like a nerd with this deep voice I got going on here. But we're going to give you the woo-wees. We're going to give you the Amon-Ras. We're going to hit drops. We're going to have a great time. Let's go.
So everybody, in summary, exactly what hashtag Oakrey said, only in hashtag choppy language or chop language instead of sign language. I guess it's chop language. So
actually entertaining, yes. Actually entertaining.
The same thing, just repeated. But we do appreciate. And one side note is that there's a lot of things you guys don't see. There's things that we buy to try to sound as good as we can. We're always trying to work on different tech stuff behind the scenes. But the other side of it is, like, we always look at each other and go, it's so freaking fun to come on here like once a week, multiple times a week, and talk football and talk as buddies and laugh and do stupid things that turn into gimmicks. Like, it really is a good time as much as it is work sometimes, and just pressing out the content. So I want to throw that out there too. Is like, I don't want to be one of these writers that writes about football and travels to football and acts like their life's horrible. Because every time I'm like, man, we got to do a pod and talk about the lines. It's a great time. So I want to throw that out there too.
And, the other good part, too, Oakrey, and not to cut you off there, but I'm going to snatch the mic from you. We're a family-friendly show. Like, we keep it rated G. Every once in a while, we got to do a little bleep with, some boola Jared Goff. But, the part that's awesome is, my 9-year-old daughter has been listening to the podcast like every day. Every Wednesday, she's like, Dad, can we flip on the Koolaid Cast? Can we listen to it? She was talking with, the other day, I picked her up from school and she was outside talking with her friend about her dad's podcast. It was pretty funny. So share it. If you got a family, let the kids listen. They may, the little choppers of the world might be running around yelling woo-wee or give you a woo! Hashtag choppy lucky. You never know.
Oh my gosh, I hope there's gimmickry going on by many little fellow future podcasters out there. That would be tremendous. But
is that like the Chopomaniacs?
I mean, it could be.
Brother.
Chop, like, let's get into it, man. Do you want me to go, or you got something on your brain? Because you usually just let me tee up topics, but then after the show, you're like, oh, I want to talk about this. I had stats ready. Like, I mean, do you got anything, or you want me to fill up the airtime like I always do?
Yeah, you do a good job of teeing it up, and then you let me ramble for a bit, and then we go back and forth. Sometimes I rip the mic from you, but one of the things that something I read today that
know your role. Sorry,
exactly. So one of the things that piqued my interest today is I read a little rumor innuendo, and I want to hear from you if it's boola, if you really believe it. The Lions were ready to make a big trade up from 28 to 22 to take not our boy, James Pierce. What are your thoughts on that? Do you really think that Brad, always open for business, Holmes, was thinking about doing that? Well, how would you feel if that guy was on our team? We gave up future picks, and we had him instead of Tyleek.
Well, first of all, this is news to me. Normally, I kind of have heard this, or I've read this, or I'm in the loop. But do you want to disclose where this rumor innuendo came from? So I can usually probably tell by the source what I think about it.
Well, listen, we don't like to divulge all of our contacts at the Detroit Koolaid Cast. And as much as people want to think that we are just regular Joes, we actually might know a few people here and there. But no, I think this one...
This wasn't 97.1 The Ticket in the afternoons, was it? Or any of the goofs on there? Wasn't the DB that writes for that paper? It wasn't him?
It wasn't any of those go-to comic book character folks. No Gators,
okay.
no...
Good. Okay, then I'll acknowledge it. So first of all, like I said, I haven't heard this. I'm shocked, really, because everything I heard leading up, everything in my heart told me that James Pierce was not a Lions-type player whatsoever, and some people act like he's this great dude, but I heard so many things about lack of practice habits, not tough enough. I mean, I don't even need to bring Beetlejuice back in to talk about that. And it's like, I was shocked that the Atlanta Falcons gave up a future first to go get this player. But Oakrey, he's talented and he can rush the pass. I don't care. One of the main things that I've learned about the draft is about getting safe players with good character that, yes, have to have talent. We can't get choir boys that can't play, because we saw how that worked out for years and years and decades. So it's like, you must be hard worker, have a little extra grit or a certain mentality. Like I said, good character, intelligence, football intelligence, and talent. Those are the things that bring you to the Lions. And James Pierce has like 1 out of 4 of those. So No, I'm not upset. I don't even believe this from Innuendo. And if you had to ask me then, during, after, like, but more so after, like, I would be happy to get Tyleek Williams over Mr. Pierce, especially for a big trade up like that. And the more and more I read and hear about Tyleek, it's like his ceiling is Aleem the Dream. If he's less than, that's still okay. And all the, garbage that we spewed out when we thought, oh, he's a 330-pound sloppy, stuff the run player. He's actually a well put together, sweet feet, 330-pound 3-tech that can move people and get after the quarterback more than you would think. So I'm good with Tyleek. I don't want anything to do with James Pierce. He'll get a few plays here or there, but he isn't going to be a very good pro. And I see Tyleek being here a long time, and if he's paired up with other guys inside, especially a.k.a. Honey Bun, a.k.a. Twinkle Toes, a.k.a. Plump, a.k.a. Former Plump, a.k.a. we're good to go in the middle, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, I was a little bit shocked to hear this rumor innuendo as well. I think our I don't want to say disdain, but our basically like this isn't a Lions guy take was pretty well known on James Pierce. I don't think either one of us had him ranked as a top 5 edge in the draft for us. Not a Lions guy, not great on the grit index. So I figured this is where you would go, but I wanted to at least bring it up that I heard that it was very, very close. And I think it'd be funny too if they slowly like to release some of these videos of how the draft played out as the years go on or year goes on. And it'd be funny if all of a sudden, it comes out, oh, yep, here's Brad. He's on the phone. He's at pick 22. And, oh, okay, yep, that was actually legit. Or it's like, nope, that never even happened. It was like, he doesn't even pick up the phone and, pick till pick 25 or whatever it is. So fun little rumor innuendo that I heard. I wanted to get your take on it. But so hey, anything else draft related that's on the top of your mind? Because I'm already thinking about the season. I got stuff to talk about with the season.
No, we're not there yet. We could talk about draft 24/7, 365, but a couple quick things on that. One, did you see the Brad Holmes reads mean tweets about why the Lions haven't put out a Inside the Den about the draft in 2 years? Have you seen this?
I have not.
Oh my gosh, so hilarious. He's just reading off explicatives, throwing the media under the bus in a funny way. But then it was all a teaser to tell you it's coming. And Inside the Den NFL Draft Special Edition is coming. To your points, I'm curious because they try to say, oh, well, the draft was in Detroit. We didn't have time. We were out in the city. Part of me wonders that they put out the glorious pieces when he snags up Jahmyr Gibbs and makes other moves that are tremendous, yet when he just has kind of an ho-hum, wait-and-see, TBD type draft, it's like we don't get the inside video. But the rumor innuendo that we know is true is that Howie Roseman called up Brad always open for business and asked if he wanted to trade down and was told abruptly, we're not interested, and basically hung up the phone. And Howie Roseman looked at his people, because I watched that video, which I can't watch enough. I don't have enough time, but I have 18 other team queued up NFL videos. We'll see if I ever get to them, where Howie Roseman turned to his people and was like, all right, well, that was the Lions. They're not interested. They said no. And as mad as we were, because why would you not trade down? You could get some extra capital. It's the best part is that we don't know, even in our little wannabe super fun 32 fan, you kind of know who's who and maybe who will trade, who needs what, but not like the NFL does, where they have guys that are just team needs. They know the whole league, who's going to trade up, who's not. So he has a great pulse, and he knew that, yes, you could trade down and get an extra pick or two maybe from in the later rounds from Philly, but you would have lost out on Tyleek to Buffalo, and if there's nobody else there that they loved, that's not worth it. It's not worth it to do that. So I thought that was great insight, as well as knowing how to play his board versus the fantasy side, which you'd be sure, we'll move down 4 spots and give us a 5th, we'll take it. And instead, you don't take it because you would have missed out on your guy. So there's some inside draft stuff that's not rumor innuendo, that's actual, and some I'm excited about and some I'm not. So there you go.
Yeah, is that the video where Howie like looks at the phone, looks at his assistant GM, and just goes, "Brad hung up on me."
Experience a progressive lens engineered with AI from Essilor, powered by individual measurements of your visual behavior. A lens personalized to you by an Essilor expert. Discover Verilux XR Track and enjoy instantly sharp vision in motion and seamless transitions from near to far. Find your local Essilor expert today at Essilor.com.
The basketball playoffs are here on Prize Picks, the best place to cash in on the action. The app is simple. Pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 2,000 times your cash. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code FIELD, that's code FIELD, and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code FIELD on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for just playing, guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
It's time to rewrite the vacation rules. With Royal Caribbean, your family can look forward to just about anything. Break the thrill barrier, roaring down the tallest water slide in North America. Jump into breathtaking jungles and jaw-dropping coves. Vibe off the charts on our private island Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And end the day knowing things are just getting started. Because this isn't just any vacation. This is all the vacations. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
Hosting season's here. Are your windows guest ready? Early access to Blinds.com's Memorial Day mega sale is on now. Blinds.com invented a better way to shop for window treatments, completely online with upfront pricing, no showroom markups, no salespeople in your home. Choose from classic shutters to outdoor shades and more, all backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Shop Blinds.com's Memorial Day mega sale early access now. Save up to 40% site-wide, plus a free measure. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Right, yeah.
He's not interested. He gone.
I want your take on this, Choppy, because this relates exactly to you. Do you give Howie Roseman credit for being that annoying you-know-what that calls every owner, every person, and asks about trades? Or do you think he should be a little more selective instead of bugging everyone every year until he gets what he wants, which is kind of what you do in certain fantasy leagues, from what I've heard. Rumor Innuendo.
That's exactly what I do, everyone. That's what a due diligence GM does. No, like if you don't have those feelers out there,
that's overkill.
If you're not making those calls, you know how many times I've had people go, "Oh, I would have paid more than that for that guy." I'm like, "Yeah, well, you didn't ask. Like, no one asked." So you have been guilty of this multiple times. Oh my gosh, Choppy, how are you raking these guys across the coals? I would have thrown in a first into that deal for them. Well, again, it doesn't happen overnight. Like you got to put in the groundwork. You got to pick up the phone.
You're missing the point. Yeah. The point is, it's not your end result. It's the annoyance factor. Like there has to be at least half the NFL that's like, oh, it's Howie freaking Roseman again bothering me. Like every year with this, he's got to call every pick, every round, on every free agent we have. Like it just gets exhausting. Like, come on, man. You got to admit that there's a certain point where yes, you get some things when you ask, but when you ask all day, every day, 24/7, you become that annoying village idiot that nobody wants to deal with. And that's what Howie Roseman is, despite all the good players and picks that he's getting. It's annoying me, yet I give him credit.
Dude, look, you're making me give the Eagles any kind of credit, which I despise doing. You know my disdain for the Eagles, but you can't question what Howie Roseman has been able to do with that team. Like every year, they just reload. Their draft is great. I mean, again, year after year, you look at their draft. Love those guys. Guys follow them. They make moves. Shrewd free agent signings. So yeah, look, Is he annoying to people? I'm sure he is. Are there people that probably have him on my do not answer log? Probably. But he gets the job done. He's able to make deals. So I can't knock him for it. And he's also a Super Bowl champ right now. So
Okay. Well, note to self: put a little voice memo or put that in your phone, Choppy, just for RFL and RSO leagues as well. Yes, you might get what you want, but
the people that don't want to deal with me have made it clear they don't want to deal with me, and they're on my do not disturb list too. So, shout out Kansas City. Anyway, let's move on.
All right, I want to ask you about this. I don't know when this is coming out, but we have a special guest on the Amon Ra, very, very out there, very majestic version of the St. Brown podcast. I mean, do you know who this person is? Do you know when this is dropping? Do you want to do an Amon Ra for the people? Do you want a stash version? What do you want to do here?
Wait, I mean, are you talking about a guest on the Amon Ra podcast that he's got with his brother there? Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, I don't have a version where Stash can try to imitate you, but I think that people would agree that your version you just attempted is nowhere close to this.
Amon Ra.
I mean, the guy's got pipes. I mean, I don't even know what that voice excuse is not going to get over. I think you need to go back to your breathy, short bass version that you came up with, which is still kind of the original and probably the best out of the three now that I think about it.
Well, of course it is, because, there was often duplicated, never imitated, Amon Ra, which I still can't do because my voice is still shot, people. I've been drinking tea, I'm drinking honey, ginger, everything. I can't get my voice back.
So on that show, number 14 for our Detroit Lions, they got a special guest. I believe it's dropping this week. I don't have the dates in front of me, but the special guest is going to be Isaac TeSlaa, number 18 for the Lions. Slot receiver, outside, signed his contract. He's got a crazy curly mullet. Lots of things coming out good about this player. I'm still TBD if you ask me, but we'll see. I damn sure hope he plays well for multiple reasons, but I'm getting more and more intrigued by this guy, but I keep circling back to Brad Holmes loved him. Brad Holmes said, what, you want 2/3 future rounders plus my pick and to get this guy? All right, I'll do it. Like, that makes me more excited, and like, he's just, I'm curious what he's going to be, and I won't know till I see him in training camp, practices, preseason. Halfway through the season, we'll have no idea what we have, but I'm very, very intrigued. And it comes back to when a guy like this picks a guy like this, you should lean towards it's probably going to work out pretty nice. Is he going to be Cooper Kupp? Probably not. Is he going to be a scrub that'd be working at the bowling alley in 2 or 3 years? Definitely, probably not. So somewhere in the middle, hopefully on the high side, is going to be a good thing. But are you excited about what TeSlaa has to say on the pod? Are you excited about this player? Or are you just ho-hum, whoop-de-doo, about this guy, this player, and especially the podcast appearance?
How we feel about the St. Bros podcast. We both love it. It gets a little vulgar. It's not a family show like this show, but... it's always entertaining to hear Amon Ra and his brother go back and forth. They always have great guests. And, as far as TeSlaa goes, he dang well better be worth it because he cost us a bunch of assets. So I'm struggling with this because I just don't think he's going to be put in a position where he's going to have to be the go-to guy. Like with those weapons ahead of him, we already talked about the Laporta supporters that need to get fed. Everybody's predicting a hashtag JMO Fast breakout year. Of course, Amon Ra. You just signed Tim Patrick, which everybody was clamoring about before the draft. So, is this guy? And don't forget about Raymond Khalif Raymond, whichever one it is. He's going to get fed. You've got the preseason wonder boy Tom Kennedy still on the roster, and then your boy Ronnie Bell. So. He's going to have some competition and he's going to have to outshine them all. And even if he makes, if he's, a quote unquote, the 4th or 5th receiver on the team, he's going to be battling for targets. So,
what about another guy that catches the ball that you forgot about, who's a multi-dimensional position, elite weapon?
Yeah, don't forget about it. The running backs that love to catch the ball too. So it's, and then again, Dominic Lovett out there too. People are hyping him up. I'm like, there's only so many balls that get passed around. So
That's some Kool-Aid on Love It for sure. I told you he's the funniest man in the room, though. But here's my thing. I don't even think... I'm not talking stats. I'm not talking about breaking records. What I'm talking about is fitting in really nice, being productive earlier than you think, and because of all those other weapons, he just sort of slots in and catches first downs, finds the end zone a few times more than you would think, like never drops a football, ends up being like a fan favorite. Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking, more so than, wow, he's gonna have all this volume and he's gonna find the end zone 10 times. Like, we're not talking about that. We're just talking about a really nice piece, maybe from a great kid that hopefully can do more than we think. And if he's already on Saint's pod, that makes me feel like he's kind of got a little early respect from the wily vet there. And Saint doesn't seem like a guy that he just gets you on his pod before you've done anything, or gives you that type of cred when he thinks you're a scrub. So there's just a lot pointing to this guy maybe overdoing what he did, but also, like, even if he's just a productive, good player, I think that can really help this team and be fun to watch. Like a big slot and a guy that can move out to the outside and a guy that's always dependable. And here's the thing that I didn't talk to you about before. Your boy, Jared Goff, it feels like he's always had this type of guy where sure-handed, going to do everything right, probably going to know the playbook back and forward. Like, he likes to pepper those type of players. So I could see targets going away from other players and going to this type of guy to kind of round out our offense is what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, all those things that you said about, I hope he just does this, all those things sounded awesome for a 4th-round wide receiver that you don't use extra picks for. Like, you used, again, I know you don't like to factor in the pick that you traded back for, but you basically used three third-round picks on this guy. Like the one you had and the 2 you gave up. So he better perform. He has to. Like, I don't need him to just be a ho-hum, like, he's super nice, the fans love him, great story, 25 catches for 200 yards year after year. Like, no, dude. Like, maybe a big touchdown here or there. Like, you gave up a bunch of capital. He's got to produce.
I mean, none of us really like the extra picks, but one thing I always find funny in our fantasy leagues or in life is, like, a lot of people think you can get a great thing without giving up anything, or giving up like the minimalist possible, and you end up getting the lottery ticket, or not working hard and getting the promotion, or showing up, barely on time and acting like you're going to be in front of the line for something. Like, no, that's not how it works. So I feel like he gave up the extra, but it's just, if you would have just sat back and been like, I'm going to keep my picks, you probably miss out on this guy who obviously Brad Holmes thinks like is a fit, and get some other guy who we think would be same or better, and he's not. He's not to the Lions. So that's my counter. But we could go back and forth for days. Chops, do you have anything else major we didn't even get to? Like, the Lions got this trade proposal. They're going to be voting on the brotherly shove. I hate calling it the tush push. Like, do we need to get any of that? Is there anything other Lions hot takes? Or because we're at like 45, 50 plus minutes, do we need to get up out of here and just give the people a couple Kool-Aid packets here in the days moving forward? What do you think?
I mean, look, Ogre, we always got more things to talk about. Like, we could go on for days and days and days. We could talk a little bit about the Mo Bros and what they got planned for this firework offense. We could talk about Hutch. When is he going to be back? Sack predictions. What's he going to do? Like, there's so much we could talk about. I'm already thinking, like I said, I'm thinking about the season. But I think for today, for the flagship show, we just wrap it up, put a nice little bow on it, give it a slap it a 45, 50-minute take for the people, and let's get another Kool-Aid packet to dive in some of those other things later on for the people.
All right, real quick, remind me who the Mo Bros are. Who was that?
Oh, come on. It's Johnny Morton and Scotty Montgomery. It's the Mo Bros.
That's right. That's not bad, actually. Oh, hey, how about a teaser? I need to do a little more research, but I think I have a tremendous nickname for Miles Frazier. I think this is a home run. That's the sport we shall not speak of. This is a tremendous name on so many levels. I think you're going to love it, and I think it's just going to be, the people are going to be all about it. I need to do a couple more things to make sure it works, but I think it's going to be gold.
Well, that was...
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay, courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for this day.
So, you just started using LinkedIn Premium. Now what? Well, on your premium company page, you noticed around 7.5 times more page engagement and 5 times more page views. Well done. And now, new clients are messaging you. All because you're using LinkedIn Premium, which helps you get the business growth you want. Think big, small business. Think big. Start your free trial at linkedin.com/premium small business. That's linkedin.com/premium small business.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
McCrispy strips are now at McDonald's. I hope you're ready for the most dippable chicken in McDonald's history. Dip it in all the sauces. Dip it in that hot sauce in your bag. Dip it in your McFlurry. Your dip is your business. McCrispy strips at McDonald's.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
A nice teaser. Again, like we've talked about in the past, like the nicknames, sometimes they're just like these super elaborate, thought out, like, I moved this letter over here and then I incorporated his number and I did this and this. Sometimes it's like you're just talking, it's like, the Mo Bros. Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah. Like, obviously, you put a little bit of thought into that one. So, nice little teaser there. When are we going to get that reveal out?
I mean, that's probably coming next week. I would say people got to listen. They got to listen to a couple Kool-Aid packets. Maybe I'll give another teaser of what it could be or might be. But yes, this isn't like, hey, Choppy says it and then Oakley realizes it's gold and makes it drop and makes it funny. This isn't one of those. But this is like a name, a go-to. I think it fits the player. I think it makes sense on a couple different levels. Like, I think it's something we can get behind. So if it flops, it flops. But I think this is going to be one of my better. And I've had a few classics over the years, so I got a decent average. I won't say, the sport we shall not speak of average, but I feel like I got a good percentage. And you've put out some classics over the time as well. So Chops, I agree.
I mean, it's going to be really tough to beat. Push the piles, Miles.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hashtag that can still be done. I don't know if it's going to fit this new one. It's going to have to be separate, but hashtag push the piles, Miles is still good. It could still be done. I mean, it's up there with your sentence long hashtag, so it works. But I think you're right, man. We filled up the glass. We've had a couple sides of cornbread, at least 2. Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, you got anything goofy? You want to get us out of here like we normally should? I mean, what do you think the people want?
Look, I think the people are going to enjoy this flagship show. Again, keep shouting out the show. I'd like to really actually see some retweets with some comments here on the old Twitterverse. Like, it's fun to go back and forth with folks. I did notice on the Spotify platform, we've had some people coming in and commenting, asking questions. A fan came in and asked about the cornbread the other day. Like, let's get as interactive as we can, people. Like, I'm putting out a choppy challenge here. Like, I want some like back and forth. Like, say something to us. Call the Kool-Aid line. Oakley's got the number for you. Like, let's get some fan interaction here in the off season, and maybe we can get a little. A little title bout between people going back and forth about, a take on something. So give us your takes, give us your nicknames. If you've got something fun, maybe we can shoot us a topic we can talk about. You can get, choppy takes, Oakley takes. Let's get going with the people here. I want to be a man of the people. So get us some responses here.
So Choppy, just real quick on this whole interaction hashtag Choppy challenge, you want to do this with what time that we have available? Like the 0 time that you have to reply and the barely few times we jump on the Twitterverse just to throw out our classics that we always do? I mean, I totally agree with you that if people do our gimmicks, if they shout out the show, if they dial up 989-272 Kevin Smith, Herman Moore, or 3484, we need to get that going again because we used to have some crazy calls. We used to have some funny things to talk about. Even some of those people made it from the phone lines to the show. I'm still getting calls from Tuna and Santa and Bo Knows and all these people being like, when am I coming on again? The Stash is hitting me up with positive and negative texts and then asking when he's on next. I'm like, it depends if your next text is positive or not, and if you quitting all my fantasy leagues. But no, seriously, like, we need to get some of the classic listeners back on the Kool-Aid line. We need the interactions, and we try to get back to folks as best we can. Let's put it that way. Everybody,
I promise you, if somebody tags me in a tweet, you will have a response within a few hours. Like, so, call me out, give me your takes. Give us a topic. I'd really love it if the people were kind of, throwing out there like, hey, I want to hear your a Kool-Aid packet on this. Like, I think it'd be kind of fun to get interactive with the folks.
So there it is. Choppy says he will get back to you in a timely manner, but we will not say if it's boola boola or not when he gets back to you. That's, depends what kind of mood he's in or what kind of take he has on that, which, is TBD.
At the very least,
if you ask me.
At the very least, I'll give him a on the Twitterverse.
Chop. We tried to end the show 10 minutes ago. We're now definitely probably over an hour, but everybody, that's what we got. And we'll catch you next time right here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast. Take care, everybody. We're out.
Ahmad Hassananan.
It gets better every week.
Pack the bag, start the plane. This game is over. It is over. What a comeback by the Lions. Drink it in.